Live from Denver 7, this is 7 News.
Just ahead on 7 News Saturday morning, how you can create an outdoor oasis in your own backyard. Our landscaping expert tells you how to do it. Welcome back. Colorado averages more than 300 sunny days each year. That's why so many of us love living here, right? It leads many of you outdoors, so there's really no surprise that there's a growing demand for outdoor rooms. Joining us this morning is Tom Sunderland from the Associated Landscape Contractors of Colorado and Native Veg Associates. Thanks so much for coming on in, Tom.
You bet. Thanks for having me.
So what's new and kind of what's popular this year when it comes to outdoor living?
Well, you know, a lot of the same things are popular. However, there seems to be less bells and whistles, kind of requested less luxury items, but still a big focus on water features, fireplaces, rooms that are going to create ambiance and a great place for dining, and just enjoying time with the family. So creating intimate spaces is a little bit more important. Quality is kind of trumping quantity.
Well, that's good. And of course, we're talking about comfort, having an area to entertain, and perhaps, you know, it doesn't have to be too fancy, but the question is, where do you start? You just listed off some great ideas.
Well, you know, the first thing is really to define your goals. And it's really important that all the decision makers are on the same page. So defining your goals as far as aesthetics, function, what you'd like to do with the space over a long period of time, including what you'd like to do within the short period. But all decision makers being on the same page is key. And then the next step is really hiring a professional to help you decide all the decisions that need to be decided upon.
Sometimes you don't know what you don't know, I guess, is what so many of us experience. And we're looking at some really great ideas, some pictures here. When we see some of these different designs, how much do something like this cost? Well,
that's a tricky question. I would say starting with a professionally done outdoor room, anywhere from $15,000 to $20,000 and up.
$20,000 and up.
Our outdoor rooms and our projects, ours particular at Native Edge, range from, you know, $15,000 to a couple $100,000.
Wow. So it's something you might want to save for. If you didn't put that money aside this year, perhaps you can start planning for next year. However, I bet a patio doesn't cost that much. So if you want to start simple, that could be something you can do this summer.
Correct. And a design, if you hire a professional to work with you on a design and consult, because a design will empower you to be able to phase a project. So one of the things you really need to decide is this project something you want to do all at once because you want to have everything done this year? Or do you want something particular but you can't quite afford it all right now and you're willing to phase it over time? Then that's where design comes into play, and it really empowers you as the client to have control over reaching your end goal without doing it all at once.
Good to reach out to a professional so you can come up with a plan that's going to work for you and your family then.
ALCC.com, that is the first place to go.
Perfect.
To find a professional.
Sounds really good. Tom Sunderland, thanks so much for coming in this morning.
Sure.
You mentioned your website, and we have that link to our website at thedenverchannel.com. Just click on that big red TV button. Did you want to add one last thing?
One last thing, just click on ALCC Tip of the Week when you go to that website. And you'll get on an email list and you'll be informed every week.
Sounds very helpful. Thanks again, Tom.
Thank
Good to see you this morning.